All right, Georgia Tech, Virginia. We've got Virginia, rather, 1.5, 2-point home favorites, 54.5 the total in this game. What a win for Georgia Tech. What a couple of wins Georgia Tech has had the last last few weeks, in fact. The Miami game, which was absolutely insane, and then North Carolina last week, handing the Tar Heels a 46-42 loss. I've said it all year about Georgia Tech. I actually think they've got a pretty good offense. I actually like them offensively. Haynes King has played well, gets away from Texas A&M, and now he's here. He's more relaxed. He's confident. He's getting his swagger back, and they can throw the ball. He can flat out throw it, and he sure did last week against North Carolina. 287 passing yards. They ran the football extremely well. There's that North Carolina defense rearing its ugly head again. Dante Smith ran it for 178. Haynes King even ran it for 90 yards. Against that North Carolina defense last week in the upset. So lots to like about Georgia Tech's offense right now. The defense is still a little leaky. I don't love the spot for them here, going on the road after a huge win like that. And let's give Virginia their credit. I mean, it's not easy all of a sudden to go against Virginia. Remember how awful they were? They were such an easy team to fade for me early in the season, but they've now covered 5 in a row. The losses have been close, 3-point losses to BC, NC State, and then last week against Miami. And they also have a win against North Carolina on their resume, 31-27 a couple weeks ago. The Musket Man, no, not that Kentucky Derby horse from 15 years ago. I'm talking about Tony Musket for Virginia quarterback's been pretty good for them. A lot better after he returned from his injury than before. They're even starting to run the ball at least a little bit better. Virginia here in recent weeks, it's improved, but definitely the passing game has been good. And I think you can expect them to do some damage here. Again, this Georgia Tech defense, especially against the run, has been brutal. Against the pass, it's been a little bit better, but still not great. Really tough game, but I lean Virginia here because I just think it's more of a detrimental spot for G Tech after the big win than it is for Virginia. So lean Virginia. Less than a field goal, I would lean to the Cavs here, but more than anything, I like the over here, 54.5. I think that's the bet I like even more in this game. Points from two surging offenses right now. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is just like you take the over, or it's just nothing. I don't find a ton that makes you want to go under in this, football game. And there's been a weird one. It's been a few times in the year, and they'll go back to the old defense, and they have. Like Georgia Tech, that Miami game, because I had a piece of that over. As much as I had Georgia Tech, it didn't go over. And last week, I love Georgia Tech, big dog. Now they're a little dog here. We talked about because as soon as they lay points with that defense, there's no way you can take them. It's just like fade them, fade them. What I've been impressed is Virginia's done this on the road. Savannah, the win versus North Carolina, and last week down to the wire versus Miami, they got some turnovers. That'll be big. And yeah, the offense has been great, running it, throwing it. It's been really, really good. I take Virginia here a little bit in the over. I think they can get it done at home.
All right, Virginia in the over.
As much as I've been at Georgia Tech, that's kind of just them as a dog 2 or 3 times. I think Virginia can get it done.
Yeah, it's two surging teams. I think it's pick your poison here. It's not easy to fade either of these teams right now.
Yeah, it's not. Georgia Tech, though, with Haynes King, they're in the game. And we saw that being down, and they scored they get hit quick. They had 3 or 4 touchdowns on one quarter last week.
Shout out to Come On Breeze. Oh, Dabby Cab. Welcome in, Dabby Cab, in the chat. I hope you tuned into the Medicate Monday show earlier. And Come On Breeze, we appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the show. We love doing the show each and every Monday during the college football season.